This man rips off his earring and drips the liquid inside onto a vine. Instantly, the vine loses all its moisture, shriveling up and becoming dry. He then slings the withered vine over his shoulder, preparing to squeeze out the world's very last drop of century soup. As he pulls on the vine with all his might, the ancient ice that has slept for tens of thousands of years begins to condense. The gourmet showcase shatters completely, and a five-colored aurora shoots up into the sky. This signals the final guest of the gourmet showcase. Who will be the chosen one? Everyone holds their breath, their eyes fixed on that single, precious drop. In the end, it was Komatsu who was chosen. However, before Komatsu could even celebrate, the gourmet cells within Toriko and Match suddenly went berserk, causing them to lose all reason. Fortunately, the reviver Teppei appeared just in time to stop them. Komatsu pleaded with everyone, asking them to entrust the final drop of soup to him. He swore that he would perfectly recreate the true flavor of the century soup. The moment Komatsu made his vow, the drop of century soup began to glow even more brilliantly. The next second, Komatsu drank it all in one gulp. Its taste was simply beyond words, so delicious it made him forget himself in an instant. Komatsu couldn't wait any longer. He had to replicate this flavor immediately. Back in the kitchen, he gathered all the most exquisite ingredients. Among them were even ingredients that willingly came forward, asking to be added to the soup. Komatsu carefully selected them, placing them into the pot one by one. After countless rounds of filtering and purifying, the soup finally became as clear as crystal, reaching the same level as the legendary Chef Acacia. It's worth noting that it took Chef Acacia 30 long years to reach this stage. Komatsu eagerly scooped up a spoonful of the soup and took a taste. It was indeed delicious, but compared to the real century soup, it still seemed to be missing one final, crucial ingredient. What could that final ingredient be? As Komatsu pondered this puzzle, the little penguin quietly snuck into the kitchen. The rich aroma of the soup made the little penguin's mouth water uncontrollably. At that very moment, the five-colored aurora once again filled the entire room. Komatsu quickly scooped up a spoonful and took a taste. That final, crucial ingredient was actually this crab fried rice is worth an incredible $70 billion. The crab meat used in the fried rice comes from the ruby crab. The shell of this crab shines like a ruby. What's even more astonishing is that with just one bite of its meat, every organ in the body becomes as hard as a ruby. The ruby crab lives at a depth of 500,000 meters, so its meat is exceptionally resilient. Its nutritional value is 300 times that of beef. To get Komatsu into the top 10 of the cooking competition, Toriko risked his life, diving into the bottomless abyss. After overcoming numerous obstacles, he finally succeeded in bringing back the ruby crab. To express his gratitude to Toriko, Komatsu used over 100 different ingredients, determined to create an unprecedented crab fried rice. When the dish was completed, the judges were all astonished. With just one bite of the crab fried rice, they could taste hundreds of different flavors. More importantly, this dish was made by an ordinary chef. Looking at the other contestants, they had all borrowed the power of gourmet demons to add a special flavor to their ingredients. After the judges had tasted all the dishes, they finally announced the list of those who would advance. As expected, Granny Setsu once again took first place. Following her, 8 other gourmet god chefs were chosen. Hearing that his name had not yet been called, Komatsu, disappointed, was about to leave the venue. At that moment, the host suddenly called out his name. Komatsu was so moved he was on the verge of tears. As the host announced the start of the third round, a giant scale rose from the ground. This was the scale of death for the third round of the cooking competition. 2 chefs will stand on the scale at the same time and compete in a cooking battle. Beneath the scale are huge stoves. If a chef uses fewer ingredients, their side will become lighter, and they will be directly hoisted over the flames to be cooked. The key to this round is the speed of cooking. Once the competition officially began, Komatsu realized his opponent was one of the top 5 chefs in the world.